I thank you all for watching. Thank you for being on. So basically, this clip or this series, we are going to look at what a separation agreement. Remember, we have seen a mutual agreement, which is the separation agreement, whereby two couples sit together and agree on how they have to suspend their marital obligations. But remember, under separation agreement is a document of which most of the question that they ask, what is needed for a separation agreement to do what? To take place. Or what is needed for a separation agreement to be what? Valid. So we are looking at the separation what? Agreement. And basically here, nevertheless, what we are looking at, or what we are going to look at, first of all, we are going to see that under separation agreement, it must have a title. You get? It must have a title, first of all. That's to deal, we are looking at the contents of what? Of a separation agreement. It must have a title. That is one of it. It must also have what? Parties address. The parties address, that is the wife and the husband, their addresses, the ones that are intending to separate. It must show their status, whether they are married. You get? That they are married. It must show that they are what? They are married. Another thing, it must identify the children if they have any. You get? It must identify the children if they have any. It must also include and show their intention to an agreement to do what? To separate. It must show the intention for an agreement to do what? To separate. And also it must show the custody. Who is to take the custody of the what? Of the children, if at all they have what? Certain children. And also realize that it must show the maintenance, how the children are going to be what? Maintained. It must include that, the maintenance of the children and the wife. And also we see that it must also show the use, what are they going to use the matrimonial what? Matrimonial property. Remember, under separation agreement, the couples or the spouses cease cohabitation. So sometimes the matrimonial property is left at stake. So they must show the use of the matrimonial property after them being what? Separated by agreement. It must also have the dam caster clause. The dam caster clause, it portrays that no sex. That is the dam caster clause. It shows that there must not be what? Sex during the separation what? Period. No, that is the dam caster clause. Then it must show the non-molestation clause. The non-molestation clause, basically it means that don't come near me. You get? There I have separated. That is the non-molestation clause. Don't come near me. So it must also have the duration. Which particular period of time do you intend to be separated? 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 1 month. It must show the what? The duration. It must also have the termination date. You get? The termination date on which that agreement or the separation must be what? Terminated. It must also show the use of funds. Those are the family funds. Maybe if you have rentals that you are contributing money from, so it must also show the use of those funds. It must also have that date, the date of which it was what? It was issued. It must be signed by both the spouses and it must be witnessed. You get? So all those things are the ones that show or that make a separation agreement what? Valid. Failure to have any of that, a separation agreement may be what? Invalid. Thank you. That's all I can say about a separation what? Agreement.